record.
Okay.
Okay,
Got
now.
it. All right. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining City Nature Challenge 2022. This is going to be a short tutorial, no more than 20 minutes, on how to involve your students with the City Nature Challenge. I'm the educator with Orange Audubon Society, and this program is done in partnership with the Nature Conservancy of Florida. The Nature Conservancy is an organization that has been working for decades to protect lands and waters that all life depend on. And their goal is to create a world where people and nature can thrive. So you're going to help with that by providing data on the biodiversity in your habitat around your school and your community. So the City Nature Challenge started in 2016 and started as a competition between San Francisco and Los Angeles. And this event in that short period of time has grown to international, and people around the world are documenting the flora and fauna in their cities. It's run by the community science teams at the California Academy of Sciences and the Natural History Museum of Los Angeles County. So it's a 4-day bio blitz. It's a friendly competition. Now, some of you are from Orange County, some of you from other counties. So even though I'll be talking about Orange County, I can show you how to search out what city challenge is local to you so you can participate in that. So it's a friendly competition. So even though maybe not everyone's from Orange County, that's okay. Let's go on. So City Nature Challenge is a global bio blitz. Over 44 countries previously have participated. It's community science. It's open source data. You can go in once you discover all the cool things in iNaturalist, you can go in and you can look at all the data. And if you have upper grades, they can actually use data as part of their learning experience. It is an educational opportunity to teach people about their local environment, and it is community engagement and inclusion. So looking at last year's, there were 44 countries, 419 cities. As you can see, 45,300 species were documented, including 2,100 rare, endangered, or threatened species. And over 52,000 people participated. This is the information from Orange County from last year. So each of the little circles represents where data was taken. And there's a lot of empty spots in Orange County. So we're hoping that with you and your students, you can fill some of those holes. And you can see, people are not, going out finding really difficult things. Brown anoles were one of the most common observed species, in the lubber grasshopper and cardinals. So here's how to participate. So the platform used is iNaturalist, but you can use Seek. If you're familiar with Seek, there's a way to do it. I'm going to explain both. And if you've never used either, don't worry. It's really not hard. So the first thing is you will want to create an account in iNaturalist. And it's probably easier to do it on a desktop, but that's, your own personal thing. So create an account. And again, this will be recorded, so you can go back and you can pause and do those things. And then once you have an account, you can select the project. Now, these screens are showing on your phone. You can do this on your desktop too. Do you have to select a project to participate in City Nature Challenge? You don't. So if you get fumbled up on this little part, don't worry about it, because you still will count, because it's going to count for whatever county that you're taking your observations in. But it's nice to join the project so that you can get information and stuff like that. On an iPhone, you'll see it down at the bottom of the app projects. And on an Android, you see it up here. And you can click on projects. And then you can type in your community, your county. Some are by city, some are by county. Orange County is now by county. Used to be by Orlando, but now they've expanded it. If you're in South Florida, you can look it up. I think Miami-Dade is one, and you can look it up that way. And then you would select your county and you hit join, and then you're joined. And you don't have to do anything else at that point. So to make observations, this is what's important. I'm going to go here. So once you're in iNaturalist, you're going to take observations using a phone. And an iPhone, you just open up the app and you'll see you have this little menu here. So you can either use the camera to take pictures. You can use the camera to access your photo library. You can use a microphone. You can record sounds. I was at a park yesterday. There was a wren singing really loud, and I thought, I want to try this. So I just hit record and it recorded it. And I was able to submit the recording. So that's a fun thing too. So I know, maybe you'll hear frogs or insects or something. Here's where it is in the Android. Okay. So this is a photo that I took. Now, now I see where I made a mistake. Actually, Jeff Ripple didn't take that photo. That's from my phone. And so I wanted to do an observation on iNaturalist. So I took it with my phone camera. And then what you're going to come up with, because you might say, I have no idea what this thing is. And that's totally fine. So you're going to see a little menu that says, what did you see? And you click on it. And as long as you have Wi-Fi, it's going to generate suggestions. If you don't have Wi-Fi, you can do this step later when you do have Wi-Fi. Okay. And so it gives me where I am and everything like that. And so I looked at the pictures and I said, well, I don't know if this is right, but I'm going to click on this oblong leaf snake herb and see what happens. So you do that. And then probably the next day or so, usually you get someone to look at it and they'll say, oh yeah, that's what it is. Or no, it's not. They'll give you a different name, and that's okay. To submit your observations, you'll see a share right here, and then you share that. And then you'll get an email in about a day. And anything like if you did several observations, it'll say, if they were accepted or not, or someone gave you a different name. And again, you can explain to your students too, say, we might not always be right. This is how we're learning, and it's really quite fun. So if you're in Orange County, here's another way to join the project. There's the barcode. You can scan that on your phone right now. And you can see, at least in Orange County, we have a lot of organizations, including Orange Audubon Society, that are helping with this project. Okay, here's some common questions that come up. So when can you start making observations that count for the challenge? Now you can make observations anytime in iNaturalist, and they're good, and they're building up our database. But for the challenge, it starts April 29th at 12 a.m. local time up to May 2nd, 11:59 local time. Okay. So let's say I saw this rabbit today. I can't count him for the City Nature Challenge. Okay. Can you upload photos that you took prior? So I saw these beautiful birds, cedar waxwing and Baltimore Oriole, and I saw it last week, and I'd love to put them in the City Nature Challenge, but no, it had to have been taken between April 29th and May 2nd. All right, do you need to join the project and add your observations for it to be included? No, as long as you're in, for example, if you're doing Orange County, as long as you are doing your observations in Orange County, they count for the project. Now, if you go visiting family and you're in Brevard County, it'll count if they are doing a project, but it won't count in Orange County. That's how it will work. So, and if you're in Miami-Dade, same thing. As long as you're in your county, it'll count for the project if they have a project. Okay, so do you have to use the app? No, you can, if you have a camera, you can use a camera. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So let's say, it might be better on your campus if you have a camera, to take pictures with your camera if you don't want to have your phone out. And it's easier to take pictures of some things like birds, which are very hard for me personally to do on my phone. So let's say you took a picture, and this is a peregrine falcon. This is what my desktop screen looks like when I go to iNaturalist. And you just click on this plus add observations. And then you can drag in your photo or sounds. And then, so this is a picture I took the other day of a warbler. So I put this in, and then you click on where it says species name, because if you're not sure what it is, and then what I did first. Okay. Let's say you need to put the location in. It's not going to automatically know it if you're putting it on from your desktop. So I click on the word location, And then you type it in. So I was at Mead Botanical Gardens. So I type in Mead Botanical Gardens. I click on it. It says, yep, here you are. Update your observations. So then the location is in there. Then you click on species name and it generates a list. And I kind of knew it was a Cape May warbler, so I clicked on it. But this could help you out, particularly if it's something you're not sure of. And then you submit it, okay? And then this is what it looks like later on. So I submitted this one today. See how it says needs ID? That's because none of their reviewers have looked at it yet. But like, whoops, this one here that I did earlier today, it says research grade because someone that's accepted by them to look at observations of plants, they said, yes, it was a yellow milkwort. So it's kind of cool. And you can see my recording here. And then it's neat. It comes up with a little map of where you've observed things. So, and you notice you can do all kinds of things. You can look at the community. There's a lot to get lost in here. All right, now, Seek. I love Seek. I've been using Seek for probably 2 years. And Seek is really user-friendly, and it's an app. It's run by iNaturalist, but I call it iNaturalist Junior. It's really good for kids. Matter of fact, my grandson, who's 9, been using it probably 2 years with his mom. When they are outside, if they see something new, like they see an insect and they can get a photo on the phone, he'll be like, let's Seek it. I want to see what it is. And this is the menu on Seek. Okay. And it does have challenges like, find 5 reptiles and you get badges. And if you find 5 fungus, you get badges. It's really fun. But you notice it has a tab for iNaturalist. So if you have a Seek account and iNaturalist, you click on the iNaturalist account and you ask it to sync it. And then you can upload your observations from Seek to iNaturalist. If you don't upload them, they won't count for the project. They don't go into iNaturalist. Okay. So that's how to do that. So for example, I had seen this beautiful bird. And actually, this is a picture from my camera, which I sent to my phone. So it's in my photo library. And this is how the main window looks on your Seek. And so I just went to the camera. I went to my photo library. I put the photo in, I click identify. The nice thing about Seek, which makes it really great for students, is as long as your picture is pretty clear, you'll get an identification. And it came up right away, painted bunting, and you click on view species. It gives you lots of details and it's really nice. And you see here, you can then post it to iNaturalist. And that's how you can do it from that way. So important dates, April 29th to May 2nd, take your photos and share your observations and be sure you follow any protocols concerning COVID-19. May 2nd to 8th, here's where, let's say you took pictures on your camera, you still have the 2nd to the 8th, as long as you took the pictures in the right time frame. You can upload those. You can, go back. Like if you didn't have time to, like back here, to do all this, you can do that during that time frame. Okay. And then on May the 9th, they'll announce the results. And hopefully we'll have a big increase in each county and we'll get much better data for our biodiversity. So here's the website for citynaturechallenge.org for more information. Be sure to check that out. And to contact me, it's education@orangeaudubonfl.org. Be more than happy to help you out as you do the challenge. Like I said, you don't need to spend a whole lot of time. I know one of the days is a Friday and one of the days is a Monday. So you have 2 school days you could do this. I know when we did the global big day birding or great backyard bird count, some of the schools actually assigned this as homework and kids went out and did it with their family, which was a lot of fun. So thank you for joining me. Deborah, you can stop recording. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. You can put them in the chat or you can just